Thanks everybody for being here. It's really an honor to be reading from this book virtually. Same as Anna was talking about, I imagined I'd be off in bookstores and libraries, but this has been a really welcome chance to reach out and connect with people all over the place. And I'm really honored to be here tonight reading with both Anna and Rob. So thanks very much. Ice on a dirt road. It doesn't glisten exactly. It doesn't glint or flash, but pulls you in regardless. Pulls you in as you feel it start to spin you out and toward the bank. Water below, so slow. Sluggish river rolling over bouldered bottom, so slow you know it's almost frozen. Know how fast it would seep into bones, hold you under as skin turns numb. The rush of ripple and wave, unreal, unable to feel so you wouldn't believe the sound, till your heart in your ears beats and you remember the wheel. Rain falls faster, freezing as it hits, and the river creeps below, even as its surface slows, stops. Heat of a heart coursing along, invisible, arterial heat, dissipated but not disappeared. Then clouds, emptied, begin to break, and temperatures again threaten to drop. The road ready to do its worst, to remain a road once you've passed. I grieve that grief can teach me nothing. Road stippled with rain, I slam imaginary brakes in the back seat. Sparrows in bushes, and I'm breathless, scanning for bear, cougar. Something to explain the brain's involuntary circling the drain, a hole I can't fathom. I'm sick and tired of dying, tired of its grip on the belly's pit, sick of the shiver it slips between beats, the ceiling's spin before the heart settles back to its rhythm and muscles unclench. In bed, I used to pray for everyone to make it through the night. Now I lie awake and wait for day to break. Say something, I beg the dead. Tell me it's easier in the moment to let go, but they have no promise to give. And the list of names grows daily longer until I know to live is to gather dying about myself like a quilt in the night, like sheets, like skin. So the poems in No Small Comfort sort of range from California to Boston and sort of all over the place. But I did grow up in Lowell, Massachusetts, along the Merrimack River. And I used to write quite a bit about growing up there. And as I was gathering these poems, I started to imagine if the city itself could read what I had to say, how would it respond? And this is what came from that exercise. The city I come from responds. And yet you return again, revisit this strip of brick on brick, because when every word's put down and you're put in a field, casketed, covered with snow, this is where you come from. River dammed and channeled, dammed and released, winter runoff flowing eternally deeper through rocky earth where nothing much grows. From every life, a little grief, I know, but give it up, go on, grow up, get over it. Get a job, a hobby, get a horse. Holler yourself hoarse at baseball, hockey. Watch your neighbors' faces reflected in ice, lights and sirens, singing something like pride each time a puck's jammed 5-hole. Holy hell, jump from your seat. By their joy, by jubilation, know you've found a home. No home you knew now lingering here. No longer the valley you left, valley filling with tumbled brick. Listen. Music moves nightly over water. Music and laughter. The Merrimack's noise, its never-ending nosedive down the falls, nearly silenced by over-the-top applause. Standing ovations and always one more encore. Performers are pleased to return, eager to come and play for crowds quite happy they stayed, content and not like you in constant quandary. Remember strolling the river path, parents sharing a cone. Remember sandlot baseball, swelter of stone dust underfoot, then the rope swing, tossing you at the stagnant canal, its bottom cool beneath your toes. Until you left, you never uttered such unhappiness. Hindsight's vision of living within these limits, too quick to revise what good gets wrapped in history's warp and weft. By whatever axis you map yourself, exile's exhausting. Whatever tracks you followed out will lead you back. Year by year, a river's zealous rise and fall will raise and restore your only holy ground. No small comfort. Branches bare on Friday, managed to bud by Monday morning. My weekend hike beside a creek to find a centuries-old grindstone, not nearly as impressive as winter dormant blossoms making their sudden yellow show against blue sky. My newest lines about seasons spinning into place with storm after storm, no match for photosynthesis, setting itself in motion again. Every tree spreads its leaves and converts the atmosphere to food using water and sunlight, feeding itself and releasing what I need to breathe. Me, in a couple of weeks, I can grow a beard that catches crumbs from a toasted steak and cheese. It's impossible, turning the corner to millions of these little flags unfurling, not to be impressed by a world that makes itself over each day. It baffles, befuddles to think of living, breathing creatures seeming all but dead all winter, one day flourishing colors and textures and odors I hardly recognize after months of shielding my eyes from the glare of snow and ice, turning away from bare branches and the longing empty space between them makes. In a mind made numb by winter, it's easy to accept doing the same thing over and over and hoping for different results as a version of insanity. Really, it's no small comfort to know what grows before our eyes keeps going. Trees coming into bloom, or 2-day whiskers on my chin, or the skin on my hands scored by scars. Under all, there's little difference. In a world that cuts us, every last one of us, down, it's no small comfort to see what we see and be overcome. Thanks again to Diane and to Anna and to Rob and to all of you for being here. This has been a really wonderful experience this past year of working with Diane and everyone at Black Lawrence, and I'm just so happy to share these poems. I'm going to finish with a poem for my daughters. When our first daughter was little, she used to pick up rocks everywhere. We had piles of them all over the place. And I just thought this was sort of amazing to watch. And then along came daughter number 2, and she did the same thing. And then eventually daughter number 3, the same thing. So I've been thinking about this for really a long time, what this impulse is to collect little pieces of rock. This is called My Daughter Gathers Rocks Wherever She Goes. My daughter gathers rocks wherever she goes, as if she knows erosion to be the only constant, as if she could reverse it, only time and room to stack the limiting factors, as if she could hold the whole earth, the trick not finding the pieces, but fitting her fingers around them. Pockets filled, digging in grass for granite and quartz, rock after rock stacked on the pudding stone poking from hilltops glaciers left behind. The way we trace a line from star to star, as if a story could order the chaos. Infinite expansion made to obey the laws of coloring books, as if the stars might never dim, never collapse. Wherever she goes, a singular searching, unshakable. The way that generations built their temples block by block, rocks seeming permanence, how we measure ourselves to the day ahead. Another place to excavate, another stretch of empty sky to fill up with our shapes. Thank you.